Hi Gemini, I'm Prairie Vintage Jewelry. My name is Linda. I'm an energy intuitive reader here on YouTube, and I use spirit, my intuition, and the tarot to communicate energy frequencies to you, the beautiful viewer. We will be taking a look at Gemini for the first week of June 2023. Now, all my readings are generally timeless, so I do put the intention out there that when you click on this reading, the message was meant to find you. Although if you are clicking at the time of the posting, then this will be for the week the first week of June here. And we do have a full moon, all right? So full moon is June 3rd, 4th, depending where you are in the world. So emotions are high this week for sure. So let's take a look. We'll look at your overall energy and what you don't see coming, some advice, some challenge, and opportunity here for you guys, beautiful Gemini. So Spirit, clear and concise message here for beautiful Gemini for the first week of June. Overall energies. Thank you so much, Gemini, for allowing me to tap into your beautiful energy and the energy around you. Now keep in mind, this is a general reading for Gemini. If you're looking for a more precise, accurate reading, you might want to reach out to me for a private reading, although I am tapped into the Gemini collective here of this channel. So feel free to engage energetically so I can pick up on your energy here. All right, Spirit, clear and concise here for beautiful Gemini. Can we get overall energies for first week of June? Feeling energy attached to these cards. All right, clear and concise here for Gemini. Overall. So we have the Five of Swords. It is in reverse for overall for Gemini. We have the Six of Cups in reverse. We have the World in reverse. All right, what you don't see coming. For Gemini, what you don't see coming. We have the Queen of Swords in reverse. We have the Six of Swords in reverse. And we have the Queen of Wands. All right, advice. What is the advice for Gemini here? We have the Five of Wands. We have the Page of Swords. We have a whole bunch coming out. I'm only going to take the ones that flipped over. We have the Nine of Pentacles, and then three cards coming out. Devil in reverse, Ten of Wands in reverse, and then we have the Ace of Cups. All right, so what is the opportunity here for Gemini? Opportunity. We have the Strength card in your opportunity, and then in your challenge, we have the King of Cups in reverse. All right, so before we get into your tarot, beautiful Gemini, we're going to pull an oracle card here just for the overall energy that you're needing to integrate into the first week of June, with Spirit suggesting that you embrace here for the first week of June. All right, so you have Jupiter. Wow, Jupiter is about all things abundant here. It's about luck. It's about being at the right place at the right time. Success. It's huge, huge success. It's living large. It's a beautiful, expansive energy here with Jupiter. So I feel like what Spirit's saying is Spirit doesn't want you to minimize yourself. Spirit wants you to know that there are wonderful things beyond your comprehension that maybe even you're aiming for yourself. And also to kind of let things ride, I feel here, because I feel like you will be in the right place at the right time. Now, I don't necessarily believe in luck so much, so I don't know necessarily that it's luck, but I do feel like there is something about you bringing in the blessings, like you really bringing in the blessings based on your energy for that week. Like you're just vibing in a high level energy here to bring in all abundance, bigger and greater than what you could ever possibly imagine here for yourself, which is beautiful. And because you have the hand here, I feel like it could potentially even be like something you're working on or something you are physically trying to bring in for yourself, or what you're doing here. Some of you guys, it could be work. You could be working on something, expecting one result, but then it turns into like a masterpiece or something, you know, that you didn't even expect that you'd be able to pull off here. Yeah, it's a beautiful energy here, but I do see some challenges here for you guys, beautiful Gemini, again, depending on how you kind of manage. But for the first week of June, we have the Five of Swords in reverse, the Six of Cups in reverse, and the World in reverse for the first week. Here I see a situation here where I think might have been really challenging here, where words were said, or situation in which maybe caused you some sort of mental anxiety in some way because of other people's behaviors, or people just playing shady, coming from a situation where nobody really won. But I feel like there's an inability for you to move on here with this Six of Cups in reverse. This is like hanging on to a memory, hanging on to a person, place, thing of the past that doesn't allow us to move forward because we're still kind of held back in some way. And it could very well be, something that happened here in present day, or like recent situation here might have triggered something from a childhood, or triggered something in your subconscious that just you're still trying to find like closure on. Because I do feel like in order for you to get like full closure and close out a cycle here, there's a need to deal with a situation that's already happened, that I feel like you're still emotionally kind of held back by, or it's still emotionally pulling at your heartstrings here, and an inability to really allow yourself to break free and move forward from. So we'll get clarifiers as we go, but in your what you don't see coming, we have the Queen of Swords in reverse. It's your energy there, and we have the Six of Swords in reverse, and then we have the Queen of Wands. So interesting here. I think what the challenge is here, because we are seeing that Six of Wands in reverse, which to me is kind of giving off the same energy of this Six of Cups in reverse. It's like something that you're needing to move away from. And again, because we're seeing the swords kind of preceding both those cards, the Five of Swords was that, that situation in which maybe we're mentally playing over and over in our mind, where somebody might have slighted us and we weren't able to emotionally like break free from or forgive from. I still feel like here, you're kind of carrying this Queen of Swords in reverse energy, which, to be honest, is kind of a bitter energy. Like it's somebody who is really angry or carries a chip on their shoulder, somebody who is a little bit cruel, a little bit cutting, a little bit cold. And I feel like the challenge is moving away and out of that mindset into this beautiful Queen of Wands type energy. I mean, the Queen of Wands doesn't give two shits what anyone else thinks. The Queen of Wands doesn't care about old situations that might have, been shitty. Like she's just like moving on with herself. She's bringing in towards her abundance because she knows she can get abundance, right? So I think what you don't see coming is maybe there being a challenge in you moving out of a state of mind here into a more rewarding state of mind. And again, this is what Spirit wants you to integrate into this first week of June, which is this Jupiter mindset, right? So it is out there for you, but you're needing to actively pay attention to your thoughts. Pay attention to, are you negatively hanging on to some sort of situation here which you're imprisoning yourself to, so you're stuck in this kind of an energy, or are you wanting to move towards this Queen of Wands type energy where you're going to bring in abundance? Queen of Wands is all about the law of attraction, and she brings towards her her thoughts. So if she's constantly in this sort of a state, she's not going to bring any sort of big abundance. She's going to bring in more of this type of an energy that she doesn't want to deal with, right? So I think Spirit's really saying, like, what you don't see coming is you maybe being in this type of a state and having to really pull out of it to get what you want here. You might have to dig in deep here, Gemini, to really pull yourself on what state of mind am I feeling right now? And is it, something that's going to be bringing in this happiness and this abundance, or is it something that's supporting something I don't want and I'm just feeding it energy? So for the opportunity with the Strength card here, this is beautiful because I do feel like you have the opportunity to, again, have this willpower to control a thought, right? So if you find yourself going back to a situation here that's holding you back or not allowing you to move forward, you have the opportunity here to really ask yourself, is this holding me back out of a fear, out of a fear maybe that because a lot of people don't really want better for themselves, because if they get better for themselves, they might fear that something better is going to be more difficult to attain, or that it's more difficult for them. But I feel like you deserve a lot better than maybe what you're thinking you deserve here. So Spirit is saying your opportunity is to really challenge, what you're seeing as a blessing here, and and really utilize your own strength here to hold back if you're not wanting to engage in situations here that don't help you to get in what you want, and use your willpower to be able to really control situations, for you to get in a positive mindset, for you to bring in great abundance. Yeah, so challenge, King of Cups in reverse. And I feel like there's some energy here. This is Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer energy. But I just feel like it doesn't have to be, it could just be in the birth chart. But I feel like there's like some masculine or just some energy here that maybe was not showing up here in an emotional arena, or not stepping up with a cup of love, or not being able to express or share emotions in a way here. Maybe you're expecting love from someone who wasn't really coming in, or wasn't really showing up in some way. Yeah, and that's a challenge, is just like, you know, how do you still manage to bring in here the abundance you want if somebody isn't kind of game? How do you move forward here? Now, in your advice, we have the 5 of Wands, Page of Swords, and the 9 of Pentacles. And then we also have those other 3 cards that kind of fell with it, which was the Devil in reverse, the 9 of Wands in reverse, and then the Ace of Cups. So what Spirit is saying here is that I feel like there's a situation here. We're seeing heavy Leo, by the way, here coming up, and then Aries, Sagittarius, and then of course Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. We're seeing some Capricorn energy too. So just take whatever signs are resonating. But I feel like Spirit is saying here, you're kind of really focused on, and really like kind of putting your attention and your energy, mental energy, into something that's a conflict here, where you might feel a competition, where you might feel like, you know, this is like the Snoop spying card too. So I feel like, and it's like the beginning of asking yourself questions. I feel like you're kind of focused your questions, or your energy here, your mental thoughts, into like a conflicting situation, or like where there's competition here. But what Spirit's saying is like, you're not even supposed to be in any sort of competition here. You're this beautiful 9 of Pentacles. So you are able to just pull away from this in a secure position to allow abundance to come into you. You're not needing to get down and dirty and fight with wands with other people here. It's not for you, right? So I feel like there's a need here to drop any sort of whatever's holding you back with the Devil here, some toxic ways that have been burdening on you, in order for you to have an emotional new beginning. Okay, this is a new beginning, either with another person, or just allowing yourself to break free from a situation here that might have been toxic, to open the door to new love, or how you love yourself. Because the Ace of Cups for me is talking about self-love and filling your own cup. And I feel like if we're always in this sort of state, snooping and, you know, being kind of involved in other situations that we know aren't working, and we kind of keep interjecting or investing here, even if it's just our mental thought, then we're kind of not allowing ourselves to have this emotional new beginning. So I do feel like, you know, whatever this is, like, you'll know because it was burdensome, and whatever belongs to you doesn't weigh a thing, right? Like, it is knowing that if this is heavy, if this feels like it's holding me back, if I'm not progressing and I feel held back, then it's not for me. It doesn't belong to me, and I need to fill my own cup from the situation. So let's get some clarifiers here for you guys. Beautiful Gemini. I will be using the Aquarian deck here, a different deck, to clarify. Can we clarify the 5 of Swords in reverse, 6 of Cups in reverse, and the World in reverse, and the overall energy for Gemini? So we have the 4 of Swords, and it was coming in the up and the reverse. So this is all about needing a much needed break. Now I feel like because there is a need for closure and an inability to move on from something here, I feel like there needs to be a break from that specific thing, okay? So you might have felt like you're coming out of a period of break or pause or whatever, but I feel like there's a need to go into a break in order to ask ourselves why we're kind of being emotionally tied to a situation here that wasn't really fulfilling, because we still need closure here. So yeah, there's something here about needing to remove ourselves completely and heal from something here, to really reflect on our own mental thoughts, reflect on our own behaviors, not anyone else's. Let's take a look at what you don't see coming here. what you don't see coming from the Queen of Swords in reverse, the Six of Swords in reverse, and the Queen of Wands is the Hermit in reverse. So giving me same energies as this Four of Swords in reverse, and needs to go inwards at a deeper level here than you might have had before, because I feel like you're unable to really move away here mentally from something, that I feel you're still bitter or hanging on to some sort of resentment. So Spirit's saying like this Queen of Wands energy is there for you to embrace, and it's going to be your opportunity to use your willpower to get out of it. But you know, it's the challenge here is, you know, potentially for some of you guys, emotionally, you're not really tapping into the heart space you're needing in order to maybe even forgive something or someone or yourself, in order to break away mentally from something here to bring in what you want. So there's a need to really go inwards here and review something here from a deeper perspective. This is also the Virgo card here with the Hermit. So let's clarify strength here for you and your opportunity. Why is strength in the opportunity here for Gemini, Spirit? What is strength here in the opportunity? So we have Judgment. Yeah, that's exactly it. You know, the Judgment is where we're at a point in a cycle, right? It's right before we're about to close out a chapter here successfully. This is needing closure on something here. So it would make sense that the world is still in reverse. You still didn't kind of get closure in your overall energy, because your opportunity is for you to learn from something here, to actually take this, all the information of the past, everything that's happened, and lay it out and be very factual with what you've learned from this, and take that into wisdom in order to close out a cycle, so you don't have to repeat anything here and really put it behind you. But you know, until you're able to do this Judgment, I feel like you'll be kind of in a held back type energy emotionally and mentally here. Yeah, so sometimes we have to completely remove our ego here as well when we're shifting our consciousness and our awareness to a situation. Both of these have to do with removing ego. Okay, both of these have to do with removing ego, because in order for us to have strength, we might have to face fear and drop our ego so we can ride in grace here. And this is like taking a look at a situation from an unbiased perspective, where, you know, we remove our ego so that we can deal in truths here in order to have awareness and yeah, actually like come into judgment, come into awareness of how we might have been contributing or can contribute to a situation here. Now let's take a look at your challenge with the King of Cups in reverse. Why is this King of Cups in reverse here? We have the King of Cups clarifying the King of Cups, which is, for me, I put the intention there. When I get doubles like this, it just repeats what I said. I feel like for a lot of you guys, and this came a little later, was you're not pulling from the heart space that you're needing to in order to forgive or feel something from a different perspective here that's more of a neutral, balanced place, because you might feel hurt, you might feel resentment, you might feel anger. So your challenge is to, you know, allow yourself to go there and be in an emotional maturity, come from a stable emotional place that's not completely blocked out or shut out, or allowing yourself to go there. I mean, you don't have to be Queen of Cups, which is like pouring of emotions and, you know, giving all this love, but the King of Cups can to handle his emotions from a mature perspective and neutralize it and allow himself to release anything that he's not really needing, and really contemplate here from a balanced, mature emotional perspective, not a perspective where he's either, you know, too emotional or not feeling emotions at all. So I feel like that's kind of what I'm really feeling here. And it also could be somebody here, like I said, didn't show up or is not showing up or isn't showing us the emotions that, you know, we were expecting from someone in a balanced way, in a mature way. They just didn't show up here. So let's get a clarifier here, even though we do have quite a bit of cards here with the Five of Wands, the Page of Swords, and the Nine of Pentacles, followed by the Nine of Wands in reverse, sorry, the Devil in reverse, Nine of Wands in reverse, and the Ace of Cups. So one card clarifying the advice here, which was allowing you to have that emotional new beginning. Yeah, Seven of Swords. This is like, I'm really feeling like there's a situation here in which somebody acted in a way that was not very good. But I feel like maybe you're kind of hanging on to something here that's not allowing you to move forward, because you might be replaying it. But I feel like you really need to ask yourself, like, what sort of mental headspace are you in? You know, because I feel like that is kind of needing to come to the surface. You're needing to really take a look at, is it coming from a place of love and acceptance? You know, like somebody might have acted shady here, but really use your heart in saying, now, did they really act shady, or were they just following in line with what they felt and what was kind of meant to happen? And I just kind of happened to, you know, sit on the shit end of the situation, but I involved myself and I engaged. But you know, now it's time to kind of have some forgiveness here, because I feel like with the Seven of Swords, this is your energy here and it is in reverse. So I feel like it's like calling out any way that we might have been trying to, I don't know, tuck in our subconscious some way of being here that wasn't really helping a situation, in order for us to have this new beginning, in order for us to emotionally start over here. I feel like there's a need, and this is the challenge, is in order for you to bring in this beautiful balanced emotional state, you know, and have this new beginning, you need to balance out emotions for yourself and free yourself here from whatever this type of a scenario is here. Okay, so yeah, this is kind of what I see here for you guys, beautiful Gemini. Don't forget to check out your sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign, or cross watch for your favorite person and see what's going on in their story. But if you haven't subscribed, please do so. Best way for me to do readings is if you subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment, so we can energetically exchange energy and I can tap into who my subscribers are. I do appreciate you guys very, very much, and I will see you soon. Peace out.